And congratulations also to the city of Reno for being such a big part of bowling.
Seems to me that you would at least not want to throw one ball in the stadium.
Well, here we go.
Starts with a wall shot here.
Here we go. This is for all the money, Mike.
And it's a lot of money. $38,000 to the winner, $23,000 to the loser. Nice shot. Followed through nice with that one.
That was his best shot he's made in the last game and a half, I think, Mike. He doesn't look like the pressure is affecting him. Believe me, folks, there's a lot of pressure when you're bowling on national television for this kind of money and the right to be called the American Bowling Congress Senior Masters Champion. You feel things out there. Your heart's pounding. Things you feel like maybe you can't even feel the floor on the way to the approach. On your approach going to the foul line, everything is different. Look at the concentration, the intensity in his eyes. Gotta hurry.
And he just keeps coming in. That's 4 times in a row he's come in light on that lane. This time, the 2-4-10. He gets a split out of it.
It's the first time he's really paid any major penalties in any of the first three previous matches, Mike. He got some good breaks. He got some bad breaks. He made some great shots, left a solid 10 pins in situations that could have continued a string of strikes and maybe closed those matches out sooner. This is the first time he's really gotten a bad break that could cost him an open.
He's going for it.
And he made
wonderful.
This is when you start to think maybe this is my day. We're going to take another look at it. The idea is to slide the 2-pin into the 10. Watch this. Just enough of it. That was a lot better shot than he made at the 2-pin to win that other match we showed you.
And Hobo comes right back with a 4-6-7.
It seems like everyone that's come on, each individual that's come on to bowl against Rich Morris has had a problem on lane 50. The only one that really didn't was Mike Berlin. He struggled more on lane 49, but they've been high on this lane. It hooks more. And, you know, Michael, you've bowled a lot of telecasts. You know what it's like to be waiting in the wings to bowl this one game, you know, or whatever it might be. And it would seem to me that they would be paying attention to how the ball's reacting on the lanes.
Plus, we know that Hobo got 6 practice balls over here before the start of the match.
Right. And knowing that the right lane is hooking more, you would think that they would make the adjustments for that. It seems like maybe we're expecting too much from some people that have never won a tournament before, but these guys are excellent players. They're both very good players, and I would expect them to make better adjustments.
Hobo with a very simple game. Nice free swing. He's been working on his hand release to get a little more side turn so that the ball goes further and breaks later for him. That's what happens with him.
Yeah, and he's very smooth with that release, and he's one of the few players that can get away with releasing the ball while he's still sliding and get around the side of it. What he does, and it's a forced turn. It's not a natural release for him, so he has to really work at it.
Back in the pocket on lane 50. Will he make the adjustment? What should he do over here on lane 49?
Well, I don't know exactly his game that well, Mike, that I could suggest to him what to do. But what I think he's going to do is go straighter. I think he's going to throw the ball a little straighter and maybe even with more ball speed to try to keep it on line.
So he won't move his feet? He'll just tighten the line?
I think he'll square everything up a little bit.
Oh, he will.
I think
okay.
that's the logical move to make. You got to stay in that area of the lane. So he's going to throw it harder and straighter, I think. Well, he threw it harder, but he didn't get it back to the pocket.
He just keeps coming up light on lane 49. And this is the lane he's going to have to finish on in this match, right?
Yeah, he threw it harder, and he made a move, Mike. He moved like you suggested he might do. He moved to the right. He actually tried to give the ball more room and hook it back from farther out near the channel. It didn't come back, and that's why you have to stay in that one area of the lane in between the 3rd and 4th arrow to get a good ball reaction. Tough spare, 2-5.
He could have taken a commanding lead with the strike there. Oh, a little chink in the armor this time. He's been flirting with missing that 2-pin, and now he's done it.
He has, and remember when he made the bucket twice, which he left, both times he barely got the ball to touch the 5-pin. This time it looks like he said, well, I'm not going to miss that 5-pin. So he misses the 2-pin.
And he used the shiny ball that time, too.
Right, he did. Well, here's the man that's led this thing. He's undefeated. going into this championship match. Won every match he played.
Oh, it's short, right through the heart. Just no room at all in lane 50. Leaves the 3-6.
Well, they got a break. Could have been a lot worse. This shouldn't be that difficult to spare. There are a lot of ways to miss it, but there's several ways to make it also. I think he'll go cross lane at this. He's going to use the same ball that he's throwing his strikes with. He'll move a little bit left with his feet. Play the center of the lane here, around the 4th arrow, and throw it right at them. Directly at him. Just like that.
Well, keeps this match close and interesting. Right now, an even match. Both players with one open. In addition to the $38,000 that the winner gets, he's going to get this beautiful ABC ring. So, a lot riding on this final game. And span starts to get shorter and shorter and shorter.
Come on now.
He's got lane 49 now.
Well, he likes the oil. He doesn't throw the ball extremely hard. He's very smooth. Stroker, what we call a stroker, who's trying to get some side rotation on the ball. It's really hard for someone that strokes the ball or doesn't plant their foot and pull the ball through to get around the side of the ball. The reason people plant their foot and pull the ball through is it gives them time to get around the side. He doesn't have time, so he has to almost flip spin it. Here's a guy that can plant that foot and pull it through.
He's doing it very well in this lane, but he leaves the 4-pin this time. You know, no matter who wins this match, we're going to have a new winner.
First-time champion. And that's one of the reasons you'll see him struggling a little bit. Neither one have ever won a major tournament before, a PBA event, of course. And this, the American Bowling Congress Senior Masters Championship, is certainly a major event. He missed it. He missed it, Mike.
Oh.
And that's just how he almost missed that 2-pin.
Yeah, same way.
Careless.
Is that just careless?
I think that's just being careless. I mean, his wife wasn't real happy with that shot. Here's a look at it again. Now watch this. He just flat pulls the ball, expecting it not to hook, and it does grip the lane right there and hooks off into the channel.
So back-to-back opens by Rich Moores. I mean, Hobo Boothe, 11-pin lead.
Come on, Rick. Come on now.
Well, he got it back for the strike this time.
Yeah, he's moving. He keeps continuing to move to the right with his feet and his target, and he finally got the ball to react the way he wanted it to. At least he got it back to the pocket.
You suppose the oil's carrying down the lane on that one?
I think you're very right. It is carrying down, but I still think it's the wrong way to go. If it was me, you know, but they know what they're doing out there. They're the ones that are bowling. I think he should be going deeper. Let's see what Hobo can do here on a strike. He has moved in deeper, and he's almost to the point where his ball's not going to hit hard enough to carry up that 8-10. That one there, the last two pins down were the 8-10. We're going to look at the bowler track, give you an idea of how he's playing the lane and where he's at. He's at the 18.5 board at 15 feet, the ball going out to the 15.5, then finally to 14.5 board at 45 feet, and he's throwing at 18.7 miles an hour, which is quite a bit of speed for Hobo Boothe. He's throwing the ball hard.
Oh, he sent that one wide.
Almost got it back.
Comes back, leaves just the 5 and the 8.
Kind of a break there, leaving, kicking out the 2 and the 4, leaving just the 5 and the 8. Could have been much more difficult, the bucket. Here's a look at it. You can see the ball between the 2nd and 3rd arrow. Actually got it out into no man's land there. It got back just enough to break down the bucket. This is a chance to line up. Whenever you have something in the pocket area, it's a good chance to line up if you're not lined up to the pocket. It gives you a chance to practice hitting the pocket.
Difference, 19 pins for Rich Moores, who's been hitting lane 50 very well. You can cut it down to 9 if he can double here. Plus get some confidence back.
Confidence is the key at this point. He thinks, I'm sure in his mind, the lanes have changed dramatically. He's not getting the ball reaction that he expects.
Well, stuffed that one in there.
He did. Now, let's see if he continues to play wide. If he moves to the right again, Michael, to get it back to the pocket, the ball could go high on him. Here's another look at that last strike. You can see he's deep inside, almost exactly over the 4th arrow. A lot of ball speed and 10 in the pit.
See the difference there. 9 pins. He can take the lead if he can strike here on lane 49.
Don't want to force it to the pocket. He moved back in. Another move. Yeah, that was a good move, I thought. He moved deeper into the lane, more toward the center.
Kind of a fallback shot.
Almost a fallback. Good ball speed, and his ball's hitting so hard he doesn't have to worry about carrying the corners if he can get the ball high flush. There you see he's on the 19 board. at 19 miles an hour.
Boy, it's hard to believe they're both throwing close to the same speed. And this time, says I can make that 4-pin. Well, it's coming down to the 10th frame, Earl. I mean, we're getting late in the game, and it's under a mark. Well, in fact, it's exactly 10 pins. Right now, Hobo Boothe has them.
It's the 8th frame for Hobo Boothe. Deep inside.
Boy, he got it to blow that 5 out of there.
That's remarkable. And again, part of that is his ability. Part of it is these new bowling balls, I feel, Michael, that it can let you play the 22 board, which is where he is, actually between the 3rd and 4th arrow on the left-hand side of the lane. And the ball get back and get that 5 out like that.
Big shot here for the 9th frame. Close, but no cigar.
Yeah, only the 4-pin, and we've talked about how the carry's been tough, the 10s and the 4s all week long. Really, no matter what happens, again, Hobo Boothe makes this spare, chance to shoot 206 if he can strike out in the 10th. Of course, his opponent, Rich Moore, is going at the same pace, possible 206, even though it's a 10-pin difference at this point.
Tie, anything is still possible.
A tie is still possible. It'd be exciting to have him a 2-frame roll-off for a difference of $15,000 in this major championship.
This is his good lane. He needs a strike to set himself up for the 10th.
This ball will hardly touch wood, Michael. He's going to get this one down there in a hurry. A lot of ball spin. Boom.
And a great shot. Keeps it within 10. What's the story says? How am I doing?
He needs them all. He really does need all 3 strikes in the 10th to put some pressure on Hobo Boothe. If he were to get this one here, we'd have a possibility of a tie also in the 190s.
So the situation is he's 10 pins down, can strike out for 206 if he gets them all. He can even the match with a strike here. Very little time. Oh, a solid 10. What a great shot.
That's the best shot he made in the game, Michael, on that lane. There was no question about it. And he moved back into the center of the lane a little more, threw a lot of speed, a tremendous amount of speed. And we're going to, here's a look at it. Watch, here's a look at it. Here's the 18.9 miles an hour. The ball's on the 18.5 court at 15 feet, so he actually laid it down inside the 4th arrow. Cross lane it to spare.
Well, he keeps himself alive by making it. You know, that 6-pin wasn't even close to that 10 on that replay. It flew around it by several inches.
Did it? I didn't see that. All right, count is important. He wants to strike here. He must get as many pins as he can. Finish the game out with a 186 score. Make Hobo Boothe mark to win the match. And the tournament. Remember, neither one of these people have ever won a tournament before.
Well, he finishes with 8 and finishes with 184, which means Hobo is going to need a mark in order to win the match.
Well, here's another look at a different situation. If Hobo Boothe were to get 9 on his first ball and miss the spare, we'd have a tie. So that's, you know, I don't want that to happen, obviously, but it's a possibility. If he were to strike here, it's all over.
For the tournament. And leaves the 4-pin. Well, he's got to tie assured. He's got to make the spare.
That was a fine shot under the circumstances. And I keep coming back to this, but it's important. Neither one of these players has won before. This is a big moment. And you're 57 years old. You're out there. This is a lot of pressure.
And it may never happen to you again.
May never get this opportunity again. This is the biggest shot of his life right here. The pin looks about the size of a safety pin now. Perfect. Perfect.
That's enough.
Well, stay behind the foul line and don't throw it in the channel.
Well, he can even throw it in the channel.
Oh, he can throw it in the channel. He's got 185 no matter what. You're right.
Hobo Boothe is going to win his first tournament. It's going to be the ABC PBA Senior Masters, worth $38,000. And just right down the middle of the lane. And finishes with 9 and a final score of 194, but it's enough. We're going to break right now.
That was a good match.
Just a few seconds here, but when we come back, we'll be able to talk with our winner and have